The name of the game is Azul. The object of the game is to win. You win by scoring the most points, which are tracked on your scoreboard over here. Everybody has their own personal scoreboard. The game will end when somebody has put 5 tiles across any of the rows. So the game will be at least 5 rounds, because in each round you can only fill up 1 spot per row. Each round is comprised of 3 phases. The first phase is players taking turns in order, picking from the circular discs or the center. The second phase is then placing all the tiles that they've selected from the left side of their board to the right side of their board in the corresponding color. And then the third phase is end of round cleanup. During the first phase of the round, players will take turns in order, picking all tiles of one color from a circular disc or the center. If they take it from a circular disc, they take all of one color and then push the rest to the center. And then they may place these new chosen tiles on any one row. They cannot split them amongst multiple rows like that. And if they don't have room for it, then they must push this to the bottom, where it'll be a penalty point if there's not room in that row for the tile. If you are the first person to take tiles from the center, you must also then take this first player tile, which allows you to go first next round, but counts as a negative tile for this round. And you take all tiles of one color and place them onto any one row. This phase will continue until the last tile is taken from the center. This will end this phase and transition to the next phase, where players will then take turns in order, moving their tiles from the left side of their board to the right side of the board. This can be done simultaneously. To move the tile, you must select all tiles that are full in their area over here and move it to the corresponding color. And then you will take score at that point, and it's 1 point per tile. So this scores 1 point. Then I will move this one over because this section is complete with 2 tiles. That will now score 1 point plus another point because it's connected to that tile. So that's now 2 more points. Then I will move this tile down over here, which will score 1 point, 2 points, 3 points, because they're connected. So that's 1, 2, 3. Now I must subtract the negative points down here. So there's negative 2 points down here. And the first player marker goes back to the center for the next round, and you discard this other tile over here. You discard the tiles that were not used when you moved over, with the exception of any rows that were not complete. Those stay incomplete for the following rounds. For the end of round upkeep, you just take tiles from this bag and put 4 onto each circle disc. And then you keep playing round after round in the same fashion until one player has a row that is fully complete. Please note that during drafting of tiles, you can no longer take tiles of the color in that row that you've already scored. So I can no longer take this symbol and put it in this row, likewise for the additional rows. At the end of the game, you'll also score for bonuses. You get 2 points per row that is entirely full of tiles on this side of the board. You get 10 points if there's any color that's fully filled of tiles of that color. And you get 7 points for any column that is full of tiles at the end. The player with the most points into the game wins. The player with the most points at the end of the game wins. I hope you enjoy this video, and feel free to reference the rule book throughout for any additional questions that you have.